Hello everyone, welcome to Aviation IATA tutorial. My name is Anita and today we'll continue with the aviation and airline terms. So the next term that we are learning is downgrade. Downgrade means to be moved to a lower class of service. Sometimes happens when a smaller aircraft is used on a route normally served by a larger one or in an overbooking situation. For example, a business class passenger downgraded to travel in the economy cabin because all seats in the business class have been taken. So, downgrade means what? If I'm booking a ticket, okay, in a business class, it's a business class seat, and I'm traveling, and because the flight is overbooked, okay, that is a concept that each and every airline uses. Okay, they overbook their flights, means they do booking more than the seats available. Okay, that can be done through the system. So if there are 200 seats, so the airline tries to book 210 or 220 bookings. Okay, and what happens as a passenger, I don't get to know that, but what happens when I'm taking my flight, and at the check-in counter or at the boarding gate, I get to know that my flight is overbooked. Overbooked means there are no seats in that business class. The seats are already occupied. So being a business class passenger, I'm supposed to sit on a business class, but due to due to circumstances, I am downgraded by the airline and I am made to sit on an economy class. Okay, because there are seats available in economy class, so I have to sit in an economy class if I have to take that flight. So that is what is meant by downgrade. That I am downgrading my class of travel from business class to economy class. Okay, so it's usually a downgrading from upper class to a lower class. That is known as downgrade. The next is electronic ticket, that is e-ticket. A non-paper ticket allowing the passenger to check in with the confirmation code and personal identification. A paper receipt may still be issued, but it is not required for travel. So e-ticket is nothing but the electronic tickets, or the tickets that in today's time we all commonly use. Okay, that is the only concept that is prevalent and existing in today's time, that is e-ticket. Okay, so that is nothing but it's a system generated ticket. Okay, and it's a non-paper ticket, means it's a system generated ticket. There is a soft copy of that ticket, you can take a printout. Okay, you can take n number of printouts because it's a non-paper ticket. It allows the passenger to check in with a confirmation code and personal identification. So what happens is this ticket allows the passenger to do check-in. Okay, how it's allowed the passenger to check-in? When the passenger reaches at the airport, he has to take this printout of the ticket, and along with his ticket he has to show his ID proof, that is the identification card, and then he is allowed to go at the inside the airport, and he is allowed to go to the check-in counter. So paper receipt may still be issued, but it is not required for travel. See, a paper receipt means a temporary receipt can be given as a paper ticket, but that is not required usually. This is sufficient. Even if you don't have the hard copy, if you have the soft copy also, that is sufficient, because end of the day, what is there in your soft copy ticket is your PNR or your booking reference or your reservation number. Okay, that is the main thing that is required, wherein your name is reflected, your travel date, your travel flight, all your travel details are clearly mentioned. So your soft copy in today's time is also sufficient. If you take a hard copy, is for a safer side. Okay, so that is all about e-ticket. Next is endorsement. Authority for travel documents issued by one carrier to be used for travel on another carrier. So endorsements mean what? If I'm traveling in SpiceJet and later on I'm traveling in Emirates, so SpiceJet gives me some travel documents, and these are authority for travel documents issued by one carrier. Means there are some travel documents, if required. There are so SpiceJet gives me some travel documents which are given by the authority. Authority means by the authoritative person of SpiceJet, and that person gives us the travel documents, and I can I have to take that travel documents from SpiceJet, and I have to travel in Emirates. Okay, that is in one of cases if you have any, if there's any special requirement in your scenario, if there is anything that you have missed your flight and due to some reasons the SpiceJet is putting you on an Emirates flight. So what does SpiceJet do is they give you some travel document, and those are authoritative, mean they are original, they are sealed, they are stamped, they are signed. Okay, it is coming from that company. Everything is in black and white, and SpiceJet gives that travel document to the passenger or to the airline of Emirates, and that travel document is necessary when you are traveling in Emirates flight. Okay, so that is known as endorsement. So the travel document is known as endorsement. Estimated time of travel or departure. So ETA means estimated time of arrival. Time at which an aircraft is expected to arrive at its destination. It means if I'm traveling Mumbai to Dubai, and example my Mumbai flight is going at morning 10 o'clock, and it is reaching at 12 o'clock to Dubai. So that 12 o'clock becomes ETA, that is estimated time of arrival. Means my flight has an estimated time, means a time that is guessed or estimated for arrival, that the flight will arrive at this particular time. So 12 o'clock is that estimated time of arrival, which we commonly say in airline terms as ETA. Okay, and ETD, time at which an aircraft is expected to depart. Now if I am traveling from Mumbai, okay, and my flight time is 10 o'clock, so that 10 o'clock becomes ETD, that is estimated time of departure. Departure means takeoff, arrival means landing. Okay, remember that. So estimated time of departure means what time my flight should take off, that is 10 o'clock. So that is the estimated time of departure. And what time my flight should arrive, that time is called as estimated time of arrival. The next term is excess baggage. So a passenger's baggage presented at check-in that is in excess of the free allowance. Okay, either in terms of weight or dimensions. A charge is payable for excess baggage. So what excess baggage means? Excess means more. Okay, baggage means your check-in luggage. So if you have any baggage, okay, your check-in luggage which is excess or more in weight or in dimension, it can be any one or both. Okay, example I'll give you. If my baggage is having 18 kgs, okay, and I'm allowed only 15 kgs, that becomes excess in weight. So I have to pay for the 3 kgs that is extra. Okay, that is one scenario. And if there is excess baggage in dimension, that if I'm carrying a check-in luggage which is a very huge thing, okay, and its dimensions are very big compared to what the airline has given for a trolley bag, so I have to pay extra charges even for that dimensions. Okay, just example, like if you are carrying a painting, a huge painting, so that doesn't fit in a normal trolley bag. So what happens is you have to carry, you have to definitely check in separately apart from your trolley bag. And what happens is that painting, okay, which is so huge, so big, it cannot be just left on that electric belt wherein the bags go away. It has to be carried in hand by a particular staff or a loader, okay, and put it inside the aircraft separately, safely. So for this service, airline charges the passenger, okay, airline charges the passenger for airline charges the passenger for this particular service, that is excess in dimension. So what the excess means, anything that is beyond the limitation of the airline. Whatever airline says, if you are checking in a bag that is beyond that limit, you have to pay for that. That is known as excess baggage. Flight coupon, the part of a ticket that has been completed with details of a journey with which the named passenger is entitled to travel. So flight coupon means what? Earlier, we all know during our parents or grandparents' time that there were paper tickets, okay? So paper tickets, it was like a booklet. It had like two or three or four pages of pages in that booklet, ticket book. And the first page, it will be like Mumbai to Dubai, and the second page will be like Dubai to London, and then third page will be like London to New York. So each page consists of each sector. So what happens is, if that one page is known as coupon, okay, so that is known as a flight coupon, means that coupon or that paper can be taken for that particular flight, okay. So flight coupon doesn't exist in today's time, but earlier it was there. You can check in Google for a better understanding. If you see the images, you will have a better understanding. So next is flight number, an alphanumeric code made up of 2-character airline code plus between 1 and 4 numbers assigned to a particular route. For example, so flight number means if you are traveling in any airline, that airline, okay, has flight numbers for that particular sector or for that particular journey. If I'm traveling Mumbai to Goa, I will have flight number, if it's GoAir, it's like G8302. If I'm traveling Mumbai to Bangalore, it will be like 305. If I'm traveling Mumbai to Dubai, it will be like 306. So each journey, then airline fixes a flight number. So what happens is, the flight number will be like alphanumeric, okay. Alphanumeric, it can be alpha, means it the airline, if the airline also has a code. So if GoAir is the airline, it has a code G, okay, capital G and a number 8, okay, like golf number 8. So that is that code represents GoAir. And then the flight number, that is like 305, it represents Mumbai Bangalore, okay. So when you hear 305, it means it is your flight. If you are traveling to Dubai, 305 flight number is your flight. That is how a passenger identifies which is his flight, okay. If you are traveling in airline, flight number is the very important thing. You should know your flight number when you are traveling. Similarly, if you are traveling in Indigo, Indigo has a airline code 6, number 6, E. E is for echo, E alphabet. So the flight number will be 6E, and that is the airline code, and the flight number can be any 3-digit number. It can be 205 or 202. It depends, okay. So the flight number will be always mentioned in the booking. When you are doing the booking, it will be mentioned in your ticket, it will be mentioned in your PNR, it will be mentioned in your boarding pass, it will be mentioned in your baggage tag, it will be mentioned even in the screens in the airport, okay. The flight number doesn't change, the flight number remains the same, okay. So here we have given some examples, like LX352 refers to a single sector route, means single sector means a direct flight, okay. between Geneva and London operated by Swiss. So Swiss is the name of the airline or a carrier, and Geneva is the name of the place. So the flight is going from Geneva to London, and the flight number is LX352. So I hope this is clear. So today in this video we have completed the topics: downgrade, electronic ticket, endorsement, estimated time of arrival, estimated time of departure, excess baggage, flight coupon, and flight number. Thank you for listening.